Remember me? Hello, everybody. How you going? So, yeah, this is just a one-off stream. Um, so, yeah, I've got some audio. So let's do this thing. So, yeah, just a one-off stream. I'm not back. Don't get excited, right? I'm not back. This is a one-off. I fell asleep earlier, and there's fuck all to watch, and so I'm not tired, and I can't be asked to put a film on. So I thought I'm going to flip houses for a bit. So that's exactly what I've decided to do. So yes, I'm not back. So please don't get excited. All right. So if you come into the chat tonight, then all good. Right. Let's get on with it. So I've got some things that I've been working on. This alligator bar one's annoying. So I think we're just going to fuck around and find out tonight. So let's just buy something and just mess around with it a bit, I think. What should we go for? Oh, I don't fucking know. Right. Feels weird, man, doing a stream. It really does. It feels fucking really, really weird. But that's what we're here for, right? So let's do it. I don't know. I could just continue with the alligator bar thing, but where would the fun be in that? You know what? I might just do something. So yeah, depending on how many and who we get in the chat tonight, we'll have some stuff to talk about. I haven't been on here, haven't actually streamed since December. The last stream I did was Train Sim, which didn't go all too well. So yeah, it didn't go well at all actually. So I thought I'll just do a flipper, you know. But yeah, I've just been messing around on here and just fucking around and finding out, really, you know. So yeah, I'm not actually doing a build. I'm doing a build, but you know, I'm just messing around on here tonight. Just can't fucking, you know. I fell asleep earlier. I've been so fucking tired recently for reasons. So I'm gonna pop some lights up in here so we can actually see what the fuck we're doing. Because seeing what the fuck we're doing is part of the fun. As you can tell me, you can tell I'm on here because none of the lights are straight. Right, okay, there's a switch over here we'll use just to wire these up. And then we can have some light and mess around for a little bit. Come on. Right, turn on. Bang. Thank you. Right, now we can see what we're doing. So yeah, this alligator bar. What do you guys think of this? Me personally, when I first saw it, I was like, what? You know, I was like, well, you know, that's okay, I suppose. You know, I've just done little bits here and there. I haven't, you know, gone crazy with it. It's just when I can get on here now, you know. And the next few weeks are going to be more challenging as well to do anything on more gaming related anyway. But yes, please don't go thinking, oh, he's back. No, I'm not. I'm not. I have quit. I'm just doing this as a one-off. Think of it as something for Easter, yeah? Even though there'll probably be no Easter-related content whatsoever. So, yeah, just think of it as that. Let's shut this fucking door so we can actually paint behind the thing. And it's kind of appropriate I'm on this game. So, yeah. Why is it appropriate? Well, I might tell you in a little while. It all depends. All the secrets. You gotta love them. Right. Okay, so we're just got to do a. I'm just basically doing it, like I said, just fucking around. This isn't anywhere near what I would normally do. Fucking thing, move. No. Oh, here we go. Yes, of course. You want to use a lawnmower indoors. I am happy about that. I've been asking for that for quite some time. Right, took that out. So we get rid of that. And then we put in a door of some description. Sure, let's go for that. And then we can, come and go as we please. Got someone keep popping in and out of the chat. I don't know who that is. The ceiling we could do, but not yet. Do you know what? I'm actually going to try something out. Oh, it's bin bag. See, that's how fucking out of touch I am with this game right now. I'm going to actually repaint this. Right, let's go here. There's a reason I'm doing this. Let's go with that one. We'll buy it. Isn't that the same fucking colour? Near enough, isn't it? Let's go with something a little bit darker. Something like that. Right, get 3 tins of that. Get rid of that one. I've no idea if any of the old crew will come in tonight, but if they do, that'll be awesome. Awesome to say hi to them and stuff. They know who they are, don't you, Boston? Don't you, Pam? I haven't forgotten. I've just been extremely tired and busy and everything. And there he is. Mr. Boston Tea Party's coming to the chat. What's up, bro? Welcome in to the one-off House Flipper stream. Oh, yes. We're getting going now. We are getting going now. Mr. Boston Tea Party's here. Come on, go all the way along. Be a good little bitch. You almost got into a crash. What have you done now? Right. Well, a lot's been happening here since I last streamed. As you know, I put the video out in early January, saying that I was quitting, which I have. I'm not coming back. This is a one-off. I can't reiterate that enough. Everything's getting better. Right, gotcha. Well, at least you're okay, bro. That's the main thing. That is the main thing. No, a lot has been happening, a hell of a lot. When I first put that video out saying I was quitting, I was sort of like, is this a good idea? And then I was like thinking about the situation at the time. And yeah, it was what I went through in January was one of the most scariest times of my life. I'm not going to lie. That was, of course, involving my wife, who was doing great, who was fine. She's actually upstairs asleep. and yeah, she has been through the fucking mill. She really had in hospital. Um, and I'm sure she won't mind me talking about it a little bit. Basically, while she was in there, she was put into a seduced coma, a medical induced coma. She had um, dialysis. Cheers, man. I appreciate that. She had dialysis, and she's watching her blood sugars and stuff now. It was basically all to do with diabetes, and she's doing great. She's doing fantastically well. Um, she's managing her sugars good. When she first came home, I must admit I was a little bit shit up by it, but you know, because I was thinking, oh God, whatever happens again, and since then, every single day, I've got a bit of a habit of when she checks her sugars, which she does in the morning, lunchtime, tea time, and before she goes to bed. I've adopted a bit of a habit of looking and seeing what the number is, and done my own research and stuff. But yeah, it was one hell of a time. When she was in hospital, I actually went to stay with my sister for a few days. Hello, Pam. Welcome in. When she went in, I actually went and stayed with my sister for a bit, and because I just wanted to be closer to her, and my sister lives like 10 minutes away from the hospital. So kids didn't go to school. We went up there, and yeah, it was different. It was one of the scariest times of my life. I told her I don't ever want to experience that shit again, and she told me, "Don't worry, I won't." So I'm going to put my all of my trust in her and everything, and that basically it was just one of those things that got out of hand. She had this boil come up on her back, and it fought with her body, and so her body kind of thought fuck it, and it became what she had, which was DKA. But she's okay. She's fine. She's upstairs. All of us have been out today buying new stuff because now Pam's in and Boston's in. I have an announcement to make, and it's not that I'm coming back to YouTube, because I'm not. For the past 3 years, we've been trying to get a house. My son's 14 now. My daughter is 9. It was my birthday last week as well. I was 41. Great. And one of the greatest birthday presents that I could ever receive has actually happened. Next week, we should be getting the keys to our new home. And I'm not even joking. Next week, we should be getting the keys to our new home. Cheers, brother. Appreciate it. Yeah, next week we should be getting the keys to our new home, which we've been and looked at it. We've accepted it. And yeah, it isn't far. It's literally... it's basically up the same estate where I am now, but it's down the bottom, so I can get away from all of the fucking riff-raff up here. Thank you, Pam. Appreciated. And yeah, it's just really, really good to, have that happen. We went to look at it this week, and it's great. It really is. I can't wait to move in. Today we've been out. We've bought all fucking new stuff. My wife's gone fucking detergent crazy. She went and bought a bunch of detergent stuff. We've bought fucking curtains, and we've bought a new fucking brush, indoor broom to fucking sweep up and stuff. And we've bought this, that, and the fucking other. It's crazy. But finally, my kids, after all this time, are going to have their own rooms. So that's really exciting. And yeah, everything has started to take a positive turn. Also, another thing, I'm no longer goth. Um, Thank you, Pam. Yeah, I am no longer goth. I've given up that way of life. After January, I was sort of like the darker side of things. Nothing could have been fucking darker than that, let me tell you. So I, you know, and okay, yes, the medical team up the hospital were great, but every night I prayed to God, and I gotta say, the Lord did His work, and God is good, and God is real, and you know, the praying worked and everything, and I really do appreciate, help from the big man upstairs. So that's actually amazing, and you know, I'm just sort of like, it's time to sort of like, amen, brother. Absolutely, Pam. Yeah, it's fucking, so it was so fucking scary back then. But, um, like I was saying, I went to stay with my sister. She was, yeah, I'm going to be flipping around the place, but, you know, um, I went to stay with my sister who lives 10 minutes away from the hospital, and she was an absolute fucking diamond. She what really was. I saw her. I went to her house and made the biggest fuss ever of her dogs. And yeah, I was just sort of like in January. Well, I was in bits. You wouldn't have the flawless that you. I mean, I'm not even calling myself flawless tonight. I'm just Andrew tonight. You know, um, you know, the guy that you knew last year on streams. He's still there, but had gone away a bit. If you understand what I mean by that, you know, I'm not gonna be, you know, I just don't want to be that, that goth guy anymore. My sister looked after me and that, and I appreciate that. She was just, well, she was a fucking diamond. You know, she's a little shit as well. When we left, we she didn't want to take any money from me. She fucking did. I slammed 60 quid in her hand and I said, there, you fucking have that. Oh yeah, it changed me. It did. It changed me. I'm still the same person, just minus the fucking, ooh, let's all fucking, put fucking white our face out and put fucking black lipstick on. I ain't doing that no more. I still like my horror films. I still listen to metal music occasionally. Recently, I've actually been listening to more pop than anything, but not the sort of like the shit that they come out with today. Like, oh my God, have you heard that song? I'm going on to another subject now. Like I said, I'm going to be flipping around the place. That song by APT, I think it is Bruno Mars and some chick from fucking Blackpink or something. And oh my God, that goes, ba-da, ba-da, right? Have you heard it? Well, do you know what? My daughter absolutely loves that song, but I fucking detest it. And she was, you know, she was playing. I said, "What the hell are you playing?" I said to my daughter, "That's APT, Bruno Mars and Rosie or something from Blackpink." And I goes, "Do you know what? That sounds like a fucking baby trying to speak." She went, "What do you mean?" I went, blah, 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 blah. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like a baby trying to fucking speak. I was like, "What the? This is. How does that constitute and how does that go over as music? It's not music. It's shit, is what it is." And I'm like, "What?" So yeah, strange, strange fucking shit. But no, yeah, it's crap, that fucking song. If you can call it a fucking song, Jesus. The crap people, bring out these days and say as music is fucking unreal. It really is. You know, there isn't a lot that I like. It chart music wise at the moment. I do listen to some of it, and some of it I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, the same old dreary shit. But recently, I've actually started listening to. I mean, I bought Katy Perry's new album. I enjoyed that. Um, I got that on vinyl record, and I also got that on CD. I've also been listening to quite a lot of Sabrina Carpenter. I think that I think she's really good. They have kittens singing it. Oh fucking hell! Oh my god. Well, there you go. But yeah, basically the long and short of it is I'm doing great at the minute. My health has improved. I'm eating better. When she was in hospital, the wife, I ate fuck all. My blood sugar got low for a couple of times. I knew when that was happening as well. But yeah, wasn't good. I just wasn't eating because anxiety made me not want to eat. So that's why I just sort of like thought, yeah, I can't do this. But the day she came, do you know what? There's a funny thing though. The day she came out, like I said, I was staying over my sister's. We went up to hospital. Um, got up there for about 9:30 that morning. You could just walk straight in, so I didn't need to ring up or anything like that. And that. Oh, I don't even know how to do this game anymore. And I got it isn't change fucking style, is it? Twat as copy. L1. Copy. There we go. We got there in the fucking end. What the fuck have they done to this game? We're going to need some paint because I need to fill in this gap here. And we got up the hospital, and the day she came out, and they put her on this ward with old people. And they were fucking grumbling and fucking groaning and every fucking thing. And we had people come in to see her, see how she was doing, see how she was feeling. She's like, I just, she goes, I'm okay. I just want to go home. I feel fine. I just want to go home. I know what to do. And they were waiting for a blood test to come back. Blood test came back. As soon as the doctor walked back in that hospital ward, said to her, "The blood test result is back. We're happy with it. I'll get your medication." I have never seen anyone jump out of fucking bed so quickly, get their stuff all in a bag, get their coat on, and sit there and be like, "Right, I'm ready." We only had to, and it was quite speedy as well because we only had to wait like an hour for her to get her medications and stuff. So that wasn't too bad at all. Quite enjoyed it. Her coming out. We did everything. We did everything. We got home and oh, it's been non fucking stop. It really has. And yeah, I'm not. I mean, tonight I'm going to be on here a little bit. It ain't going to be sort of like the old hour stream. I'm going to sit and chat with you guys for a bit and keep you updated about what's been going on and stuff. So yeah, the long and short of it is my wife's home. you know, the long and short of it is the wife's home. She is doing absolutely amazingly well. She's lost weight. I've lost it. I've lost weight as well. My kids are doing great. They're doing good in school. Even though they're on their Easter holidays right now. And happy Easter to everybody out there for this weekend. I hope you're getting plenty of Easter eggs. Although I understand the symbolism behind it, but Easter isn't about chocolate eggs. If you want, you obviously know the actual real reason why Easter is Easter, and I'm not going into that. But you know, cheers, my brother. I appreciate that. You know, I haven't forgotten about you guys, Pam and Boston. It's just been crazy up in this motherfucker. It really has. Right, let's get some shit in this house. It's been a fucking hard fucking few months. But like I said, things are actually now, starting to, get back to how I want them to be. You know, I'm just on here tonight to do a one-off and just to chat with you guys for a bit. After tonight, there won't be anything, But in a way, I thought that the quitting video was out of nowhere, but I feel it had to be done. I don't regret quitting YouTube. I don't regret it at all. It's given me more time with the wife and stuff, but cool. Nice one, bro. So, it's just going to be one of them things. I'm not, coming back. I might be disheartening to you, but it's what I feel I have to do. So what else has been happening? Well, let me think. So I've been beforehand. It would be my wife before my wife got put in hospital and stuff. It would be my wife taking my daughter to school. Well, I've been doing it, and oh my fucking god, some of them fucking mothers, man, they're like fucking hens. I'm not even joking, right? There's this one who fucks me off beyond fucking belief, right? She got every morning. She's there. I'm standing in the playground. The kids are running around her and stuff. One of them keeps asking them what the fucking time is, right? And every single fucking day, she says the same thing to her little fucking sprog, right? Every day, she's like, okay, I'll see you after school. Make good choices. Every fucking morning. And I'm like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Go home and do some hoovering or something. This is fucking... Oh. Oh my god, she pisses me off. Of course, there is other things as well. There's I've told you we've missed this. I've told you about sort of like my son got bullied and stuff before, yeah. Well, obviously the parents of that kid, I actually see up the school now. And my fucking God, the way that her fucking father walks, I'll tell you, right? I would have told her the best choice I can make for today is exploring my teacher's tunnel of wonder. Oh, yes, you got to love that wonder tunnel. Got to love them cucumbers. Oh, yes. I haven't forgotten. Yeah. No, right. And I see the parents of these kids now. Fucking hell, I'll tell you, they look like a dog's fucking dinner. These motherfuckers do, right? Him, the bloke, goofy fucking buck teeth bastard, right? Seriously, my God, if his teeth fucking stuck out of his mouth any fucking longer, you'd have to take him to a fucking a vet or a fucking dentist or something. Little fucking twat, right? He walks now, even on the coldest days, he'll walk up to school. And it'll usually be sort of like trackies and a like a red jacket or something. But even on the coldest days, he always has his sleeves rolled up to where his elbow is. Why? Because he thinks he's tough because he's showing his tattoos off. He's got like fucking 2 tattoos. I'm like, bitch, do you really want me to take my fucking jacket off and show you up? And he walks, well, put it this way. I know we've recently had this thing here in the UK about what is a woman. But my fucking God, if there's anyone close to transitioning, it's this motherfucker, seriously. Even when he walks, he's sort of like, it's like he's clenching his arse cheeks and fucking swinging his arm like, I'm going to my party, I'm like, fucking prick. And his fucking wife, her face is, I don't give a fuck, right? Her face is so fucking bloated and it looks so fucking bloated. It's not a medical condition. If it was a medical condition, I wouldn't be taking the piss, right? Her face is so fucking bloated and she's so jowly that she looks like she's had about 10 bees sting her directly in the fucking face. She wears these fucking pink She wears these pink fucking leggings that are like cow print, and she wears these boots. I'm like, bitch, you gone to a fucking makeshift fucking rodeo or something? What the fuck is going on? You know, and her little cunt of a fucking son, who is, the daughter bullied my son. Well, the son has actually had a pop at my daughter, but my daughter don't take his shit. She's a good girl, and I'm sort of like, I'm just sort of like fucking what, and yeah, but there is, I mean, even one of my daughter's friends' mums, I can't stand her. She's very fucking, she looks you sort of like, she looks at you sort of like, like she looks at you like what you're wearing and kind of things like that. She's looked at me a couple of times. I look over at her and she sort of like looks away and I'm like, you're either checking me out or you're judging my fucking clothes. You better not be fucking checking me out, bitch. So, there is that. But there's one mother up there who's quite nice. I'm not going to say any more in case my wife sees this. But yeah, there's one up there who's quite nice. Also, I do really, really like my daughter's teacher. She's a great teacher. She really is. Thank you, Pam. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's really good. It's really, really good to be able to take my daughter to school and see all these things and hear all these things as well, especially fucking make good choices. Fucking the only choice I'm thinking, I think when she fucking does that, I'm like, fucking, do you really have to have a child here? Make good fucking choices. Yeah, the only fucking, we can clearly see what choice you made. The choice you made was to, lay there on your fucking back with your fucking manky fucking leg spread and let someone jizz in your fucking, you know what I mean? But it's what it is, It pisses you off. I just haven't got the time for bullshit. I just really haven't. I've always been like that. But, it's like fucking, it's just one thing after another. It usually is. And it usually, that's generally how things play out in life, isn't it? One thing after another. But, we've been through such a lot here. I know other people have gone through a lot of shit as well. I really do. And my heart goes out to them. It genuinely does. But it's kind of like, what do you do about it, What can you do? What do you do about it? There ain't a whole hell of a lot you can do, I'm just happy that things are now... Thank you, Pam, I appreciate that. I just appreciate that things sort of like, are going in the right direction for me for once. I could honestly, when my wife and me got a call saying that a house that we bid on, we've been shortlisted for it, and and everything, and they're going to be in touch with more details about it and stuff like that, and wondering where it was. It's literally just down the road from me. I can walk my fucking stuff there. My mum thinks I fucking can't, but my mum thinks I can't fucking do anything and talks to me like I'm a fucking imbecile. And it's like, I'm happy that it should be next week. We're getting the keys and moving out of here. We ain't told anybody. Well, all we're the only people who know are my sister. Well, all of my sisters. Well, kind of, yeah, but my mum's a bit sort of like OTT when it comes to that kind of stuff. She talks to me like I know fuck all. That kind of pisses me off. I don't particularly like, I've never liked being told what to do, and I know she means well, and I know that sort of like, she's only looking out for me, making sure everything gets done. I get that, but I have moved before. I know what to do, I do appreciate her, her concern and stuff, but at the moment, her concern is just not needed. I know what I'm doing. She's been, I think, but I also think my mum's pissed off a little bit that I'm not moving up near her. Now, I live in Norfolk in Diss, a little town. Um, and my mum lives in the city, Norwich, which is about 18 minutes on the train. It doesn't take long to get there. And she wanted me to go and live there, especially after what happened to my wife, which I could understand. I was on board with that. But a sort of like it seems like all my three sisters are happy for me, and it seems like my mum's kind of shitting on it a little bit that we got somewhere. Because it's not near her, it's not what she wants, and my mum's that kind of person. She comes across as a nice person, but once you get to know her and you see her narcissistic qualities come out, it kind of starts pissing you off a little bit. And and all we keep hearing about. I mean, all she does is my mum's absolutely fine. She's back to full health after that fucking car crash she had. But all she bangs on about is that fucking car accident, and we hear it every single time. And I know, I feel sorry for her that she was in an accident. I feel sorry that she had to go through that and have that, pain and everything. I really do. My heart does go out to her. But do I need to hear about it every 5 fucking seconds? No, I don't. I don't need to hear that shit all the time. Oh, by the way, yeah, in this garden bit, I built another house. Cool, isn't it? And it's just sort of like, putting up with that all the time. It really fucking grinds on you. It really does. We cannot go over that. Really? Well, that's fucking bollocks then, enter. House flipper, step your game up, literally. She's got very narcissistic qualities. Like everything bad in the world is happening to her, and she's got to tell you about it, and you've got to feel sorry for her. And that's just not how it works. I do feel sorry for her that she was in a car accident, but I've got to the point where now, sort of like, because I've heard it so much, I kind of don't fucking care anymore. Which might seem a little bit heartless, but, when you hear about something constantly, especially from your own mother, tends to sort of like piss you off a little bit, But there you go. I guess that's just how that one works out. Fuck me, have I actually got them level? Oh, holy bloody hell. I must be improving. But no. We have got this place, and it's fucking gorgeous. The lounge, just the lounge on its... Do you know what? I actually started to recreate it. Do you want to see it? What I'll do is I'll save this. I started to create it on Flipper. And that. I started to create it. I thought, well, what fucking house can I use to do it? I used the former houseboat. Let me... Counselling... She needs more than counselling. There isn't just the accident whilst I'm done this. She's always been like it about everything. Okay, so yeah, I'm in the house now. So this is basically what my new house is like roughly. This is very very rough estimate. So this is roughly what it is. So we've got a little bit you walk into here. You walk in, and I know I put it over here, but the kitchen's basically directly in front of you. You've got a downstairs toilet. There's oodles of storage. The kitchen's roughly about this kind of, well, a little bit wider than this. I didn't have much room to build. But yeah, that's basically what that's like. My staircase does go like this. You go up, and then you come onto a piece like this with a little window. Then you go up again to get upstairs, and then sort of like upstairs you've got the bathroom and 3 bedrooms. My fucking lounge, though. I actually nailed the lounge on here. Let me go through. This is basically what my lounge is like. It's fucking massive, my lounge. It really is. It's double what I'm in right now. We've got like this little bit over here, which is where I'm thinking about having like the telly area. 2 windows, and the rest of it is all sort of like play area, as I like to call it. Outside, we do have a wall going round. We have a wall going round from here. A wall going around there. We do have fencing going along here, and then the back gate is sort of like over here somewhere. We've got a little walkway, then there's a back gate, and then the path and everything. But yeah, it's just roughly what my new house looks like. And it's not like an old council house. It was built in like in the 1950s. Thank you, Pam. Appreciated. It was built in like the 1950s, 1960s. So it isn't none of this plasterboard bollocks. It's proper brick, you know, and it's really good. It doesn't have an open fire, sadly, but you know, we've got the usual amenities in there: gas, electric, you name it, it's there. And my front garden, where I live now, outside the window is where my front garden is, which is the tiniest fucking piece of land you've ever seen in your friggin' life. Then there's a fucking hedge, and then there's the path. This new one, there's a massive bit of ground at the front, then a path, then another little bit of path, then it goes out onto the road. And the kitchen is at the front, and my lounge is at the back. So I haven't got to put up with motherfuckers walking past all day, which is awesome. So yes, that's another positive thing about it. But yeah, I'm sitting in a living room right now where I'm seeing nothing but packed boxes. It's weird. The only things that aren't packed is obviously my gaming stuff, the telly, my shelf of many things, my shelf of Michael Jackson CDs, cassettes, horror films and stuff. Do you know what? We should be packing, but I'm still buying horror films. I can't help it. I can't help it. I'm still buying horror films. I've got some horror films come today. And yeah, I did wait long enough, Pam. This is true. 3 years been trying for a house. And now we've finally got one. I mean, my son is 14. He's very excited to be moving. So is my daughter. She's very excited to be moving as well. Let's go back to home. You know, she's very excited to be moving on as well, to a new place. You know, it's just getting everything down there, which we're not even having a van. Usually, you know, you want a van to help you move, but no, I'm not doing it that way. We're not going down the traditional route. We're going different. I've got 2 bike trailers. I recently bought a new one. I've got 2 bikes sitting out there, and things like, you know, my TV unit, my cabinet over there where the records are, you know, stuff like that, I can easily fit on a trailer, strapped down, and away we go. I've bought a sack barrow and a borrowed one as well, so I've got 2 of them. But I've bought a sack barrow. I've bought a bunch of ratchet straps. I've got a sack barrow. I've got fucking all the time in the world, and it's like a 5-6 minute walk, I'd say, from where I am now. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to strap the fucking fridges to the sack barrows. I'm going to walk them down there. It saves money. It's cheaper. You know, it does. You don't have to have all these fucking vans and stuff. If you're moving a fair distance away, then yeah, of course you need that sort of stuff. But where I'm moving to, I don't need it. You know, it's just not necessary at all. So don't worry, Pam, I'll be careful. I will be careful. Use? Ooh, how sexy is that? Yeah, you know, I'll be absolutely fine. I'm used to doing that sort of thing. You know, it don't take much out of me. I'm just happy that it's happening, you know? Part of me can't believe it. Part of me sort of like, what? And I have a sort of like the past few days said to my wife, this house is really ours. She said, well, if it wasn't ours, we wouldn't have gone to fucking see it, would we? And we also wouldn't have, you know, accepted it if it wasn't ours. So yes, it's ours, she go. And I'm like, I'm blown away a bit by it, you know. I'm not so, I mean, yeah, it's fantastic for me and the wife, of course it is. But the thing that I'm more happy about, and the thing that I'm the most happiest about when it comes to all of it, It's the kids. Got their own rooms finally. You know, they have waited such a long time. Yes, I know. And I also saw the cop across the road. I thought, oh shit, this is going to be good. Police chase on film, live from Rhode Island. But no, it's really good that sort of like this happened, and I'm ecstatic about it. I'm so happy right now. When it comes to having my home, you know, there's a lot that well, a few things that have happened since my wife's been in hospital with this one, which I mean, I can talk about, but don't really want to. It's it makes if I was to talk about them, it would make me seem like a bad, untidy person. But you know, but I'm not. So yeah, I'm not going to be talking about that. But well, all I can really say is sort of like I'm just really happy about how things have got, where they are, how things have, progressed. I've been waiting a long fucking time for this. I can't wait to get away from my fucking neighbours. I really can't. I really can't fucking wait to get away from fucking Mrs. down the bottom of the fucking garden. Do you know, right? This bitch has now got 5 fucking cats, right? She's now got 5 fucking cats, and I went out the other morning to go down to do a bit of shopping, and I went down the other morning to do a bit of shopping, walked outside my fucking gate, and what did I see? Cat shit. At the side of my house, they'd been scrapping up the fucking earth and taking a massive fucking crap there. She's got 5 cats. She's not really allowed to have 5 cats. And so I put pay to it, lemon juice. That's what I did, lemon juice. I sprayed lemon juice everywhere. I ain't had nothing since. And I'll be glad to get away from her because she's that sort of bitch who wants things but doesn't want to, you know, doesn't want to give anything in return for it. I don't really expect anything. I'm not sort of like a person who sort of like says, yeah, I'll do this if you give me money. That ain't me. If I can help somebody, I will, kindness overall and all that. But, oh, I'll tell you. Oh my God. Do you know what? She's so desperate. She had a fucking delivery the other day, a food delivery. She asked the delivery driver if he wanted to come in for a cup of tea, and I thought he's doing his fucking job. Let him fucking unpack his shit, and then fucking, let the poor man go home to his wife. Yeah, new neighbours. I think they'll be okay. It seems like a pretty quiet area. Just literally around the corner from me, and it seems a hell of a lot more quiet than this. It's amazing what a few footsteps, difference makes. So yeah, I'm just really happy at the moment about that. I'm seeing things nowhere near as negative as I used to as well. You know, I I'm seeing things a hell of a lot more, clearer, and actually taking my time over stuff rather than being sort of like jumping all in, you know. So that's one thing. But I'm really excited. The only fucking thing is, that's like my wife said today. If it weren't for fucking Easter, we could probably be moving in this weekend because we probably get the probably had a phone call and then, you know, and then been moving in. But because of fucking Easter, we can't. So that annoyed me a little bit. But it is what it is. We'll get in there. Just, you know. But here's a question, right? Here's a question to Boston and Pam. Have you missed me? I don't mean I'm coming back, but have you missed me? I have missed speaking to you guys, though. I have missed that. I don't regret stopping YouTube, but that's one thing I do miss. You know, the bants, the laughs. Pam's missed me. I was actually surprised when you found me on Messenger, Pam. That was really cool. And I did look on your profile. I did see a picture of you as well. So now I can put a face to the name. So that's pretty good. And also, yeah, that's really good. All right. So yeah, upstairs. You come along there. So what we got here then? A bathroom and a bedroom. And another bedroom. Right, okay. Yeah, I just simply can't fucking sleep tonight because I fucking sat there. I said to the wife, what should we watch tonight? Because usually we sit down at night time, especially when they're on holidays, and watch a movie or something. I stick a horror film on. Tonight, I said to the wife, what do you want to watch? We haven't watched this week's fucking Raw yet, she went. And I went, oh no, we ain't. So I put Netflix on, put WWE Raw on, laid down on the sofa. My wife sitting in the armchair right next to it. I just dozed off, just fell asleep. I was out of it. Today has been a busy one. Like I said, we've been out. I've been out like fucking 3 times today. Doing bits and bobs, going and getting bits. First one was for shopping, then was to take my wife shopping and the kids so she could get all her cleaning stuff, and a new broom, and a new mop, and a new fucking brush, and a new what else? A bunch of cleaning products. Oh my fucking! I had to take a bike with a trailer today to bring all this stuff back. But we got it all back. My sister has been amazing as well. My sister Jo, who lives just down the road from me. That's Tea Party's mum. I went to see her yesterday. She gave me a bunch of boxes. She gave me a shower curtain for the new place, and also a little bit of carpet because there's no carpets in the new place. So yeah. Everything's on the up and up. But yes, I have missed talking to you guys. I know I haven't, messaged or anything much, but it's just been life getting in the way. I've been real busy, and mainly sort of like the reason I quit, YouTube to be with my wife and everything. I expect when I get up there tonight, I won't be able to get into bed because she'd take the whole fucking bed up because that's the kind of thing a woman does when she's left to her own devices. So yeah, no. So yeah, what else can I talk to you about? A bunch has happened, but absolutely, my brother. Absolutely, my brother. I ain't forgot. I never will forget. Like I've said before, you two are the best friends I've ever fucking had. All these other wankers I've known over the fucking years can go fuck themselves. One who thinks he's a fucking movie reviewer now, and fucking and a DJ, not a very good one at that, by the way. Another bitch who fucking I thought would be a friend forever, and then decided that other people were more important, so she can go fuck herself with a fucking broom handle. I just don't care anymore. I've woken up a bit. I'm not woke. I've woken up a bit. What the fuck is that? A printer? Ooh, we can print out fucking pictures of naked ladies now. Well, hey, Boston, I'll send you some. Flawless, you probably think I'm a pain sometimes. Not at all, Pam. Not at all. If I thought you were a pain, I would tell you. Simple as that. I'm straight to the point, me. You know, I'm straight to the point. I don't fuck up. I don't mince my words. But, you know, I don't mince my words. I don't fuck around. But, yeah. These days, I appreciate everything and everyone I have. I don't sort of like take anybody, you know, in my life for granted. You know, I mean, me and my sister have always, you know, well, me and her have always got along, but she showed me kindness when I needed it the most. I miss our live death matches. They were fun. They were fun. You know, my sister had my back when I needed her the most, and you know, I appreciate her for that. Kindness is something that's in short supply these days, you know, and I've learned to accept it and find it, you know. It's like back to when my wife was in hospital, and I actually phoned the hospital, then I phoned my sister, and I'll basically tell you about that morning, right? Because obviously you won't know about it. I woke up that morning, my feet touched the ground, anxiety hit straight away. And I just thought to myself, I can't do this anymore. I cannot go on like this anymore. My wife is my everything. I need to be near her. And I thought, well, my sister lives like 10 minutes away from her. Kids, I kept them off school. When they meant to go back to school after Christmas, they didn't. They went back like 2 weeks fucking later. I had someone moaning at me about it on the phone, but I didn't really give a fuck what that bearded piss flap says anyway. And so I thought, yeah, I have to be nearer, and that's exactly what I did. I went up there. I phoned my sister. Said, sis, I need a favour. She went, what's that? Can I come and stay with you until she comes out of hospital, please? And she went, yeah. No sort of like, you know, no trying to put me off or what the fuck's going on with this fucking house? You know, trying to put me off or anything like that. It was just sort of like straight up, yeah. I went, are you sure? Now, my sister has 3 dogs. My kids are a bit scared of dogs. And I said, what about the dogs? They go, well, they're all right. They've got their, she calls it the palace. She goes, they've got the palace outside anyway. In there, she's got fucking heaters for them. They've got their own fucking dog beds. They're treated like fuck. You'd think the dogs are royalty. You really would. And she goes, that's all right. They'll be out there. I went, are you sure? She went, yeah, it's fine. So I said to my kids, right, coats on, shoes on, we're going out. We went down the local town. I picked up a bunch of sort of like, well, I picked up a couple of battery packs for my phone. I picked up a few other things as well. We came back here, packed some stuff, ordered a taxi, got down to the train station, got to my sister's. And I stayed there. We went there on the Wednesday, and I came home on the Friday with my wife. You know, and, you know, I'm a big believer in kindness. And, you know, I'm a big believer in most things these days. You know, if I could give you guys any advice, right? Any advice out there, it would be one thing, and it's the simplest thing in the world that you can do. Just trust yourself and trust in God. Seriously. Because, you know, the Lord has certainly showed me the fucking way. Really did show me the way. You know, I was sort of like, appreciate it, brother. I don't want sort of like to be goth anymore. I was thinking, well, why why am I goth? Because you like the darker side of things, because you like gothic imagery and stuff like that. Well, now I say fuck darker side of things. I've been to hell them in those past couple of weeks. I don't fucking want it or want to revisit that motherfucker ever again. You know, honestly, I was in no condition. I was functioning for my kids. You know, yeah, I do like the mower. It's quite cool. Yeah, of there was one instance, and I'll tell you this, right? So I was obviously in contact with my wife. She had a phone on her, but that was when she got onto the ward because they fucked around and found out. One minute she's in intensive care, going through dialysis, going through a whole manner of things in a medically induced coma. Then she got moved from there to high dependency, where she was in a room on her own and everything, and she was there for a little bit, and then she went from there to a ward, and the doctors go round. Well, me and the kids got up there. We were staying at my sister's at the time, and me and the kids got up there because we was told that she was going home, and that was the Wednesday, no, the Thursday, sorry, one of them I can't remember, and there's this guy come in, professor. He was a professor or of something, professor of being a bitch, I think is what he was. My daughter's sitting there, my son's there. He's talking to my wife. He's talking to his fucking crack fucking medical team. And there's, you know, and they had it in their heads. My kids, now, bear in mind, like I've said before, my son has ADHD. He finds it very difficult to process things as it is. And there's this fucking professor bloke come in talking to his fucking medical team. And she's supposed to be going home. He comes in, so looks at all of everything that's been going on because the DKA she had, it attacked her organs bad. She was very close to kidney failure, and that. But she's actually her kidneys are actually 100% fully recovered now. It's incredible. But she was, they wanted to keep an eye on her renal function, which was toilet business and stuff. So they kept her in another couple of days, even though we was told she was coming out. My daughter was there, and he goes, "Oh well, okay. Oh, I think I'm going to keep you in another couple of days." He go, and she was like, and we all fucking was like, "Oh God." And he goes, "You'll be going home Friday-ish." They were his words, Friday-ish. And I thought, what's Friday-ish? Is it Friday or is it fucking Saturday? You know, and so I was like, right, okay, fair enough. So we went because my kids had it in the head. Mummy was coming home. My daughter went in the room. My daughter started crying. I said to her, "Don't." I said to her, "Don't cry, sweetheart." Oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that. I go, no, maybe you should let her out when she's supposed to come home. I said to him, and so that night we went back to my sister's and we had tea. Even though I didn't eat fuck all, we had the kids had the tea, and then my nephew Tamid, lovely kid. He's got in his room. He's got a projector in. He's got his Xbox connected to it. And so he was up. I thought he was upstairs playing GTA with Tamid because Tamid plays GTA a fair bit. He's not allowed to play online though; he's too violent. And and we went. I went. My nephew Kieran came down, and he said, "Uncle Andrew." I went, "Yeah." Luke's upstairs. I think he's a bit upset. I went, "Okay." My sister had given up her bedroom for me and the kids. Her and her partner slept on the sofa. They had got a massive sofa anyway, so there's plenty of room for both of them. And they gave up the bed for me and the kids. So I went upstairs, walked in, and there was my son sitting in the darkness. Didn't even put a light on. He was sitting in the dark on the bed, praying and crying. He thought his mum was supposed to come out of hospital. It didn't happen. He has that condition. Yeah. Thankfully, she came out a couple of days later. But he was, he was cut up about it. My daughter was cut up about it. I was fucking furious about it. Maybe I shouldn't have spoke to the doctor. Oh, this Professor fucking what? Professor Nutjob or something. I don't fucking know his name. Maybe I shouldn't have spoke to him the way I did, but I was pissed off as well. 1 minute she's coming home, next minute she's not. I don't think they seem to. I know they've got to do the best for the patient and things like that. I get it. But I don't think they should fucking say one thing and then do the complete fucking polar opposite to it, because that's bullshit. Pam says big hugs for your wife. Yeah, I will. I definitely will. I'll try and hug her tonight if I can get into fucking bed. She usually sprawls out and I can't get in, so that'll be an adventure for sure. I'm sleeping down here tonight. I just fucking know she's took the whole bed up. I just know it. I can feel it. And it was hell. I'm not even joking. People say, "Oh, do you know what? My life's been hell recently." Nah, 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 nah. I've been there. I've fucking, put it this way. This is what I always say now, right? It was a test. And you can tell it. Much love from Boston and better health. Thank you, brother. You can tell it, right? I always say this now. People say to me, sort of like, even I saw Tea Party yesterday, because I went down to get them boxes and stuff. And he said, "Oh, look out, here come the crazy goth." And I went, "You're wrong, I'm not a goth anymore." "What?" He said, "Why?" I said, "I've been to hell, I've seen the devil," and I told him to go fuck himself. And he was like, "Whoa, I never thought I'd hear his words. I never thought I'd see the day where you said you weren't goth. You used to love being like that." Again, yeah, once. People change, things change. It's not a way I want to live anymore. And I won't. I fucking refuse to live that way anymore. My wife still likes the gothic stuff. I can't change that. That's her decision. Don't mean I'm going to love her any less or anything like that. It's her decision. If she wants to sort of continue being that way, then I support it. I'm all about it. I will still buy her gothic things and things like that. But me personally, myself, with everything I went through, I don't want it anymore. You got that right, Pam. Life does certainly change people. I got to be honest, I never thought I'd see the day where I'd say that myself. In this world, you've got people who shit all over everything you do. You've got people who, if a good thing happens, there's going to be someone out there be negative and shit all over it. Why? Could be jealousy. Could be because it's not happening to them. Mother. And I just feel sort of like, well, I just haven't got time for that. I don't have time for that. I want to get on with it and I want to be as happy and positive as possible. My mental health has improved a lot. And I just can't, I just can't be that way anymore. Don't get me wrong. I still fucking lose my fucking rag here and there. I still sort of like I said, I still love my horror films. I still listen to metal music, which is associated with like gothic things and stuff. Mainly because they sing about fucking, most of it is sort of like kind of like devilish, I guess you could say. Doesn't mean you're a bad person or anything if you listen to it. It's just It's just a style of music. And like I said, recently I haven't been listening to any of that sort of stuff. I've been listening to pop music. Apart from that fucking fucking stupid shit. Um, you know, I faced a really fucking hard time. That's why I had to quit doing this. And yes, I did love doing this, but I love my wife more. You know, and don't get me wrong, I appreciate Pam. I appreciate Boston. I'm always going to have some love for you. I'm always going to, think you guys are, like I said, you guys are the two best friends I've ever had in my fucking life. Rogu. Yep. You two are the best I've ever known. And I appreciate that. But I had to make a change somewhere. And it was YouTube. I'm surprised to see myself on here tonight myself, but I just thought, you know what? Bless you, Pam. You know what? I thought tonight. I looked on YouTube. I thought, there's fuck all on here to watch. I had to sleep earlier because I was fucking knackered after going out 3 times today. I'm going to be even more tired next week. What can I do? I can sit here and listen to music. I could have a wank. I could fucking do whatever. I thought, nah, I'm a stream. I'm going to do a one-off stream. And lo and behold, here, what the fuck happened up there? Lo and behold, here I am doing it. Yeah. I mean, after tonight, there will be no more. But I'm just basically, coming on here having a chat. That's what I'm doing. Like I said, I was not doing any serious builds. I'm just doing fucking around on here. One thing I can say I'm looking forward to, but I'm going to have to wait until they swap my internet over to the new house, is I've pre-ordered. I was surprised to see that Forza is coming to PlayStation, Forza Horizon 5. I have it on Xbox. And I'll be honest, I mostly play Xbox these days. I don't really come on PlayStation much at all now. I got 2K25, the WWE game. I play that. But apart from that, I don't really come on PlayStation now. I'm mostly on Xbox, my Xbox One X, and I mostly play on that. And I've gone through in the past couple of months. I have had a bit of gaming time, just a bit of downtime, just to switch off a bit in that. And I've gone through Red Dead Redemption 2 again. I've gone through the first Mafia, the second Mafia. I'm now doing Mafia 3. I've also bought myself Cyberpunk, Saints Row, and stuff like that. Just just to name a couple of games to go through, just to have a bit of chill time. Everybody needs a bit of chill time every now and then. Guess that's kind of symmetrical. Can I knock that down? Delete it, sell it. Oh, yes. There you are, I'll get rid of that. It's a little better. But yeah, I just focus mainly on my wife right now. I've been pissing her off. I'm not going to lie to you. I have been pissing her off. I'm actually going to talk to you guys. I'm not going to be moving on screen, but I still am going to be here. I'm actually going to go and have a smoke and talk to you at the same time at my back door. So if the connection should stay good, if it glitches out a bit, I apologise. But yeah. Right. Good old click of a lighter. But move away a bit. But yeah, that's basically what I've been doing. It's been a rough time. It's been a scary time. And positivity. My sister, Tea Party's mum, she has the right idea in things. She has definitely got the right idea in things. She used to be sort of like a bit hot-headed, but these days she's more about that hippie life, you know, zen and calm and peace and good vibes and stuff. I could really, really get into that. I really can. If you consider, everything that's happened, you know, there needs to be in this world more positivity. You put the news on, all you hear is about fucking murders, or this has happened, or that's happened, or whatever, you know. There is too much negativity, there is too much hate, and it's not needed. It really isn't. Peace and love is what should be spread. Hippies had it fucking right back then. But there you go. That's just how it is, and that's just how I see it. You know, a whole new different way of looking at things. It's a shame that it took me, my wife going into hospital, for me to see things like that, though. But there you go. Unfortunately, that is the way it goes, you know. But I'm just making more use of my time. And another reason that I quit YouTube is because one thing you guys didn't know about me is every afternoon I would go and have a nap, go and have a couple of hours sleep every afternoon, which would leave my wife to go and pick up the kids from school, or my daughter from school, leave her to cook their tea, and then when I would get up at a certain time, then she'd have to cook for me and her. That's taken time away from family. That's taken time away from me being with my wife. Time away from being with my kids. And so I thought, I can't be like that anymore. It's been a hard adjustment to get used to, but I've been staying awake all day, and I'm getting on okay with it. I mean, I'm being more creative, more productive. Like, for instance, I've got this shelving unit. It's only a small little thing, you know. I can pick it up with one hand, and it was this blue thing that I had. And I've decided to take it with me to the new house and put it on the wall and put like CDs or DVDs on there for my horror collection or whatever. And it's been, this afternoon I went out and brought some metallic silver paint for it, and I painted it up. And it actually looks like it's made out of metal now. It's actually really cool. I'm looking at it right now. And, I'm putting more time and effort into doing stuff. My son helped me do it. Well, my daughter was out here drawing pictures because today was actually a really lovely day here in the UK. It really was. And, well, in Norfolk anyway. And, yeah, you know, just doing things like that, you know, it's better for your mind. It's better for everything, you know. I don't even know why I started going up for naps in the first place, but I've stopped doing that. And spending more time with my kids and my wife is absolutely wonderful. You know, me and my wife sit there, have a laugh some afternoons. We sit there, watch whatever on TV. We've actually got into watching Challenge, the channel Challenge, and looking at the old game shows and stuff. And when my wife came out of hospital, she was very weak. She could barely walk. The DKA had attacked all of her organs and her muscles in her legs. She was really wobbly on her feet. And so we'd sit there and just watch TV most of the time, and I'd go around, do all the housework, the shopping, la la la, and we'd watch TV. And I actually got into a show we have here in the UK called Call the Midwife. We watched the entire thing on iPlayer, and do you know what? I absolutely loved it. I really did. You know, that's sort of like old sort of like period drama kind of thing like that, you know, set in like the 50s, 60s. I really got into that, you know. We've been watching some of that other one that's out now, £10 Poms. We've been watching that one. That's quite good as well. But we'll either watch that or we'll put on a movie or something at night, and it's just chill time, you know. Sit there and wind down for a little while. And that's what we need to do. That's what everybody should do. You know, make time for family and you. You know, I make time when there's nothing really much. I mean, my wife has taken back over doing all the housework and stuff. Don't know if I did a shitty job or something, but you know, she's took over doing all the housework and stuff. And I say, well, what do you want me to do? Can I do something to help? And she goes, yeah, all right. You can go and sit down and go on your game if you want. So I go and sit down, put Xbox on, and just make time for myself and just chill. And you know, I love it. I love the new way of doing things. And like I said, I do miss talking to Pam and Boston and people who come into the chat. But I don't regret quitting YouTube. I don't regret it at all. It took up so much of my time. You know, sort of like on a Monday doing House Flipper, then House Flipper again on Tuesday, then Wednesday WWP, then Thursday something else, you know. And also the Sunday streams as well. You know, as it gets to a point where sort of like you think, you know, it is a lot. It did take a lot out of me to put that content together. But, you know, I'm going back into my living room now, so you'll see the screen moving. But, you know, it is one of those things. Uh, yeah, exactly. Yeah. YouTube does take a hell of a lot out of you. It really does. You know, and I'm not like one of these rich YouTubers. I'm not earning any money from it. You know, it's not a job. It's a hobby. You know, at the end of the day, it's what it was. And I don't regret quitting. I just don't. But always know, and this is for Pam and Boston only, really. Always know that I had a blast playing with Boston. I absolutely fucking loved it. You know, playing with you on like GTA and stuff and doing things like that. It was absolutely, you know, it was some of the most funnest times I've had. I never have had such a big laugh as when I've been on with Boston and stuff, as when I did a stream with him and ripped vag hole on his wall and stuff, you know. That was good. And things like that. And, you know, it was sort of like, it was really good. It was really good. And, you know, there are memories that are things that happened, and they are memories that I will always, you know, cherish and treasure. They really are. You know, I just don't think the, you know, I think I mean, I know I'm on here now, but I think that YouTube, for what it was okay for part of my life. But now it is time to say goodbye, and it is time to let go, and you know, hand the reins over to Pam and Boston to put out incredible content. I know, Pam, I know, but you know, it's something I have to do. It's you know, it's just to be with my family and be with my wife more and stuff like that. You know, I like I said, I don't regret quitting YouTube at all. I don't, but I do miss the chats and everything and the laughs. That was one thing that was missing, the laughs. You know, but I appreciate everything that you guys have done for me. I mean, you know, I would have probably quit a long time ago after all the bullshit I've had with YouTube. Um, you know, and all of the useless fucking wank stains that I've broadcasted with in the past and stuff. You know, they're just they're just dust. They are shit on the bottom of my shoe. You know what I mean? When I find a good friend, you know, when I find a good friend and somebody who means a lot, I try and I try sometimes a little too hard to keep hold of them. That's where I've gone wrong before. You know, with Pam and Boston, I don't feel like I need to try because they're just genuine people. You know, real people who actually take the fucking time. I'm certainly, I'm certainly open to it, brother. I'm certainly open to it. But, no more negativity and fuck the gothic like life. Fuck sort of like the fucking I was never a devil worshipper. Let's just put that out there right now. I was never anything like that. You know. I still love all the same stuff, the paranormal stuff. I still love all of that. That hasn't changed. I don't think that ever will change that. I'm too invested and too interested in that stuff for it to change. But, I just think sort of like now, you know, I just want positivity and I just want peace. And, and I just want to be, have a happier life as possible. And I don't think that's too much to ask for after everything that, other people go through it as well. It ain't just me. But after everything I've gone through, I think that I deserve a little bit of reprieve, a little bit of, a little bit of time. I really do. And, while I'm here, and while I'm actually still broadcasting tonight, I'm going to say a massive thank you to both Pam and Boston for being two of the coolest fucking people I've ever known. Seriously. I mean, you know, you get people in life who you sort of like, oh, okay, they turn out to, you think they're okay, and then they turn out to be a bit of a dick. But that's not the case with Boston and Pam. Genuinely nice people, always got time for you, always got time to listen, to give advice, and things like that. And that is something that's quite rare these days. You don't usually, you know. And Boston says, thank you for being my friend, Flawless. There ain't no Flawless no more, brother. I'm just broadcasting as Andrew tonight, but I appreciate that. Um, you know, I'm always going to be your friend, bro. Whether I'm on YouTube or not, whether I'm streaming or not, I'm always going to be here. You're always going to be my bro. Pam's always going to be a fantastic friend as well. And I do enjoy looking at your content, and I want you guys to keep pushing. I'm passing the reins over to both of you to put out content that's going to knock them dead, because you guys have got it. You guys know what you're doing. You're clued up on how things work. You are you've got all the tools. So if YouTube is something that you want to continue with, take it and run with it. That's all right, bro. No worries. Take it and run with it and put this content out in your own time, Pam. In your own time. I know you'll knock them out. You know, run with it. Be happy with it. Create the fucking do something like what like Boston. I want you to create the bougiest house as possible. I want you to write the most disgusting things that you can think of on your walls with the lettering. I want you to take that and really fucking shine with it. Pam, you as well. You already do shine. Boston does as well, but you already do shine with the content you put out. Keep it going. That is a talent, and that is a talent that you should always, always, always continue with. You know, don't sort of like, don't sort of like think, oh, well, no one's going to watch anything like that. People will watch. People will watch, and if they don't, well, they're just some dumb little motherfucker, aren't they? If they don't watch. But also, I will say, take no shit from anyone either. I've always been like it, even before anything happened. Take no shit. If someone pisses you off, God damn it, tell them about it and call them every fucking name you can think of. Because there's no need for anyone to sort of like come on your channel and be like, oh, well, you should do this and you should do that. And yeah, fuck off. You know, as that silly bitch up the school fucking says, make good choices. Fucking stupid cow. You know, it's, oh, God, I've got the kids. I just realised the kids are going back to school next week. Oh God, I got to put up and make good fucking choices in the morning and in the afternoon, and then I got to come home and take boxes down to a new house. This is going to be fun. Make good choices. I got a good choice for you. Lay down and spread your fucking legs. Let's have a look. You know. Oh fucking! Actually, no, she's not. She's not even attractive. Oops, I told my bro off for being negative. If it's family, you can let it go. You know, if it's family, you can let it go. But I mean, when it comes to me and my lot, I mean, I take the piss out of Tea Party all the time. You know, and it's banter. You know, he takes it a bit fucking seriously, like, but you know, but it's funny. You know, I don't do it to hurt. I do it just for a laugh. You know, and if he was to, that's like my son, right? My son, I tease him, right, about, or I did do, about this girl at school who he's always talking about her, and she's just a friend, nothing really in it at all, but I take it to a different level, and I sort of like wind him up about it, and say, oh, did you see her? Oh, did you have them big kisses? Did you in the playground, and things like that, and he actually came to me and said, Dad, could you kind of like not? Because I find it uncomfortable and a bit embarrassing. I was like, is it making you uncomfortable, me doing that? He went, yeah. I went, all right, I'll stop. I hadn't done it since. I said to him, I was only doing it for a laugh. Didn't mean to do it to upset or anything. I know, Dad, that's fine, he goes, but, and I was like, yeah, cool, no worries. I still tease him about the odd thing, but nothing to that extent. I'd never tease him like my mother used to tease me when I was 12. When I was 12 years old, my first celebrity crush, Pamela Anderson. Yeah, you can only imagine what she fucking said. My mum took things way too far for a 12-year-old. She was on Baywatch at the time, and it was just sort of like I just thought, damn, this hot chick, her tits are bouncing, let's fucking go. You know, I never sort of, thought my mum would say what she said to me, though, to tease me about it, which was actually really wrong of her to do. There you go. That's just the way it goes sometimes. So, I am going to be finishing up soon, guys. What colour are you going to decorate your house? I have no idea. Oh, my new house. Okay, I thought you meant on here. So what we've got planned is at the moment the walls are just sort of like in the living room. It's like a magnolia kind of thing, and we've got like a tiled floor, black tiled floor. So what we're going to do is we're going to go cheap with it. What we're going to do is I'm going to have blue walls in the living room area, and on the floor we're going to get these massive white rugs that almost fill the floor. My wife has found some massive ones. They're quite expensive, but we're gonna, make make the house a home, and we're gonna, and I want blue and white in the living room area. Um, the kitchen, I don't know at the minute about the kitchen. That's the wife's domain. She's choosing the fucking color for that. My daughter is really into Lilo and Stitch, and there's also another one where I don't know if it's like his sister or girlfriend or whatever, but Stitch has got this other thing with him called Angel, and my wife has wife has suggested, and my wife my had this idea. My daughter agrees with it, that she should have in her room. She wants to have pink, sort of like two walls pink, two walls blue, one for Stitch, one for Angel, one color for each. She's going to have that. My son wants a wrestling room. That is my job. I'm going to source like some stencils and also like a crowd background. His room is like kind of like squared. So what I'm going to do is actually turn his room into like a ring. So I'm going to have some lines on the wall for ropes, like a crowd sort of like backdrop, and get him a blue carpet and get him a WWE rug to have in the middle of it, and do him sort of like a wrestling room with all like have pictures up of all his favorites and stuff. I mean, his two favorites who he really loves is Rey Mysterio, who is you know, and also the female wrestler. His favorite, he fucking loves it a bit, is Rhea Ripley. So I'm going to get pictures and posters of them and stuff, and in frames and stuff, put them up, make it real nice for him. And for Christmas, he got a WWE light that goes on his wall, so he can have that up in there as well. Sort of like I'm going to try and sort of like draw and map out like an entranceway kind of thing, and I'm going to put the WWE logo above it. Pam says, "Just take your time and have fun." I will. Boston says, "Better Lilo and Stitch than the shit I got to face." Well, you know, that's what she's into. My wife, I don't know what we're deciding for our room. We haven't decided that one yet. But because we're leaving and going to be getting out of the flagship, who is who we're with now, their umbrella, I do not like the way they work. We're going to be going with the actual proper council, and when we move in, they offer us they're giving us a paint pack. So we're going to get a sheet, and we get to write down what colors we want, get brushes, and get like rollers, dust sheets, that kind of thing. We get it all for free, and we're going to be having that and getting all sorted with that. So that's going to be a big boost for it, and I'm very excited about moving. I'll load. If I knew we were moving tomorrow, I'd load the trailer up right fucking now. You know, you got to do things your way, and you've always got to do you. You know what I mean? So yeah, in DDLV, I got Stitch dressed. You got Stitch dressed up as the devil. There is one. Oh, it's his fucking name. There is like a devil. He looks like a devil anyway. Stitch, a red one. Um, Angel. What the fuck's his name? My daughter has told me. If I ask her in the morning, she'd soon tell me. But yeah, it's just all good things happening, and I'm glad that I could come on here tonight and share it with you and tell you because you know because I'm not even on here sort of like bragging like I've got a new house. I'm genuinely excited for it, happy for it, and I know that my two best friends in the entire world would be happy for me too. You know, I'm so happy that it's happening, and like next week as well, and just really, really, just wanting it to. I mean, yeah, the getting the stuff down there might be a bit of a pain in the ass at times, but I like a challenge. So yeah, bless you both, bless you. Right. Okay. Well, I think my time is nearly at an end here, guys. I'll go for another 5-10 minutes, and then I'll call it. But how long have we been going for anyway? I don't even know anymore. Let's click there and see. An hour 40, not too bad. You know, why the hell are there floating blocks? Probably because I knocked the garage down and I didn't take that bit with it. And everything was made right with the world. Right. You know, let's just do this bit area first, I think, before we go anywhere. You know. You know, I just want everyone to sort of like, you know, I want everyone to find their own happiness, their own way. I don't sort of like want, you know, I mean, you're probably as surprised as I am, you know, to hear that I'm not gothic or anything anymore. I can't do it, you know. We really appreciate the stream. I really appreciate you coming in. I really do. I thought, oh, is it too late to do it? And I thought, well, it will be a video later, but you know, it's always good to talk to you live and stuff, you know. So, but yeah, I'm still facing some of the same old shit I used to, though. For instance, this morning went out to the shop, walked into Morrison's about, it must have been about 8:30, 25 to 9, and there was a line from the counter to where you walk in of these fucking bastard lottery fuckers. I've got no other way to describe them. They stand there, right? Oh, it pisses me off so much, right? I'm waiting there to get a packet of fags. That's all I want. I just want to get a packet of smokes, and that's your lot, right? You would have thought walking in and getting a packet of ciggies would be easy, but no. You walk in, and there's these fuckers, and they're there. They take all these different tickets in. There's the poor cow behind the counter that keeps scanning them, scanning them, scanning them. They win something. I thought the point of playing the lottery was to win money. Well, they win money, these fuckers do, and then they buy fucking scratch cards with it. I was in there the other day, and there was a bloke, right? He won about 30 quid. I'll have two number fives, a number two, and a number 16. I thought, is this fucking a shop, or am I playing GTA San Andreas right now, listening to Smoke put in the order? You know what I mean? Unfucking believable. And I'm like, every time I walk in, I don't give a shit if they hear me either. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, you know, when I walk in. Because it's true. It's fucking true. I walk in there. And all I want to do is just go and get some smokes. And I can't fucking do it. Because these bastards are in the way buying lottery tickets. It's going to be the same tomorrow morning. I know it is. You know, it's going to be the same tomorrow morning going in there. And there's going to be some cunt, you know, handing over all these different tickets, collecting winners and buying fucking scratch cards. I mean, I don't play the lottery. I kind of, you know, I mean, they always say you've got to be in it to win it, but why should I spend money on a ticket that ain't going to get me fuck all? You know what I mean? And all the winnings, all the money's going to be counted and given to some cunt who I probably wouldn't like, you know? Yeah. They're fucking expensive, mind over here, those cigarettes are now. I think they might be getting expensive everywhere. The ones I have are £13.85 for a packet of 20. That's a hell of a lot every day. Sometimes I have to buy 40 to get us through because me and the wife have been sort of like, you know, getting things sorted here and smoking a bit more than we usually do. And, but that ain't nothing, right? Now, Morrison's has a garage. They've got their own garage, right? So they sell fuel and stuff like that, snacks, convenience, all that bollocks, right? And they sell cigarettes in there as well. Well, it's still under the Morrison's name, but it's ran by another company as well. In the main Morrison store where I go every morning, they're £13.85 for a packet of 20. I went in the garage the other day because I was a little bit early. The cigarette counter don't open until 7 in the morning. I was a little bit early. I went to the garage to get the fags. I thought, well, I'll just get them from there. £14.15. Same place. I was like, I said to the girl behind the counter, she went, 14.15, please. I go, excuse me, £14.15. I go, you are having a fucking laugh, aren't you? And she goes, no, sorry, that's what they are. I go, how come they're more cheaper in the shop? Oh, we're owned, this is Morrison's, but we're owned by another company as well. I thought that company must be fucking greedy bastards then. You know. So, there you have it. Right, I'm going to save that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here. Yeah, I've got to explode for autocorrect for a while. In that case, let me help you out there, brother. Cucumber, 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 cucumber. Banana, 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 banana. There we go. That should tide you over for a little bit. So let me go to the rough new house of mine, what my actual new house is a little bit like. And I think from here, or should we do it inside where the lounge is? Should we go to the living room? Yeah, because the back door's open. We'll do it. We'll stand in the corner over here like we're being naughty or something at school. There we go. Oh, yes, we've got that pussy in there as well. You've got to have that pussy. Shit. Right. Okay. Well, guys, this is really the end now. This was just a one-off stream. I appreciate you coming in and talking with me tonight and hearing sort of like all of the things I've been up to. Thank you for all your lovely messages about my wife and getting better. I know, bro. It's a memory that we'll treasure forever. You know, Pam says thank you so much. You're more than welcome, Pam. Thank you so much as well, not just for coming in, but for being an awesome and amazing person as well. You know, this is the end tonight. After this, you will get no more from me. No more live streams, no videos, nothing. I have quit. This was a one-off. But thank you for your positivity about my wife. Thank you for all the positivity about my new home. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being fantastic friends. Thank you for having a laugh with me. And sort of like, you know, when I go off on one and have a rant about a topic, and, you know, and sort of like you guys don't get offended. You just laugh along with me because you probably have a sick sense of humor like I do, you know. And yeah, and nothing else is really needing to be sort of like said about it. I appreciate that, Pam. Thank you. And also Boston as well. I appreciate that as well. He says, thank you for streaming tonight and giving me a good laugh, my brother. Hope you take care of yourself. Enjoy your new home. I will. Pam says, I wish you much happiness. I wish you guys the very best as well. Boston, listen and listen carefully. You keep knocking out them videos, bruh. Whether you're riding your bike, whether you're in a car chase, or you're on your bike and being chased by a cop, or if you're, you know, on Police Simulator and you're finding millions of cucumbers for women all over the world to pleasure themselves with this spring, you know, you keep going and you keep putting out that content. That is your job. That is, you know, get that content out there. Pam, when you're feeling up to it, you get that content out there as well, sweetheart. All right, you do incredible content. You know, and you should share that gift with the world. By putting it on this platform, you can do it. So yeah, but once again, thank you guys for being so amazing to me. You guys have truly been and will always be the best friends that I've ever had. Excellent, Pam. You know, you guys have always, you know, I've had many friends over the years and they've all been wankers, and I found two true, absolute fucking diamonds right here, seriously. And it's been a pleasure to stream for you these past few years. And it's been a pleasure to have Boston on my streams. It's been a pleasure to be on your channel as well, bro. But this is it. This is where I go. Onwards and upwards, making new memories on a new road, having another new adventure. So, yes, thank you so much for watching. And to everybody who watched, thank you. I appreciate it. Boston and Pam, I love you guys so much. I really do. You guys are so amazing. Thank you for being incredible people. But right now, guys, I am going to do what I did before. I want you guys out there to go over and subscribe to Pam's Game TV 2000 for that incredible House Flipper content, because until you've seen Pam's builds, you haven't seen House Flipper. She's incredible. Go subscribe to her, because you shouldn't have a reason, really. Go and subscribe to her. Don't be such an arsehole. She's a great person. And Boston as well. Go subscribe to Boston Tea Party, because this man is the king of bouge. This man is the king of putting bananas on beds, and, you know, the king of, you know, pussy everywhere. Thank you, Pam, and much love to you as well, Paul, and also to Mama Boston too. Much love to you. You know, so yeah, Boston, get on there, create them streams, and maybe I'll see. I should hopefully see you on GTA 6 if you're getting Forza on PS5. I might even see you on there at some point, because I've pre-ordered it. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, thank you guys so much once again. I am out of here now. No clever outro or anything tonight. All I'm going to say is just be genuine, people. Be as positive as you can be. Life kicks you in the nuts, but try and keep going. And it's hard to do, but try and keep going, because you got it in you. You can do it. You're fighters. And always believe in yourself, and trust and believe in God, because God is real. Thank you so much, guys. I'm out of here. Cheers. And this is me gone now. Right. Thank you guys so much. Bye.